Okay, do we have like an intro?
Yeah.
Shit. Oh,
Listen. I'm
oh.
gonna start the episode.
Can I do the intro?
No,
Sure,
fuck you.
go ahead.
No,
Please.
fuck you. I have authority and seniority.
Good cop, bad
begging
cop
you.
over here.
I'm begging you, please.
Do you know how to start the episode?
Obviously.
Okay, give it a shot.
Hey guys, what's up? Today on the investment podcast, we are going to be talking about mostly World War III memes.
Oh, God. Hello and welcome to the Interstellar podcast where we talk about everything except
Fuck.
space and newly added. No optic
What?
fiber
We're not
talk.
talking about space?
We're not allowed to
No.
talk about space. You know why?
Why?
I don't even know. I just made that rule for some reason. I don't know.
Bro, that's the shittiest rule.
Shut up. It's also as I said, no optic fiber wire talk ever again.
I love this
I'm
song.
guessing that's because
Yeah.
you don't have optic fiber wires where you're
No,
at.
I actually do have optic fiber wires.
It has like
More-
5 for some reason.
More than you do, but that's the problem. Anyway, we'll fill you on the juice later. There's a lot of juice I need to fill you on about, actually. Remind me later. So yeah, what do you want to talk about?
I'm sick. Here's the updates of our lives. I'm sick. That's why I sound like shit, and I'm gonna be sniffling throughout this episode. We have a new guest, hopefully to be a permanent co-host,
Permanent
Faris.
guest. Okay, can
Permanent
you
guest.
please call me by like my Twitter handle?
What is your? I'm sorry.
What is it? He changed
No.
He changed it like
I-
every.
I
5
remember
Okay, I
days or
changed
something.
being Twitter used or something.
No. It used
No,
to be
that's-
Mirai Nikki Stan because Mirai Nikki is
And
for
now it's
straight up dogs.
And now it's like something Post
I
Maloney.
have such bad taste. in
Yes,
that.
yes. I
Wait,
don't
wait,
have
I'm gonna
bad
get
taste
it.
in
I'm gonna
anime. Taste is relative. Let's that's a new rule. No one's
Time is
allowed to
relative.
shit on.
So
Oh
we
my
invited a
God.
Republican on the podcast, Austin Post fan. We
Yes.
have Austin Post fan over here.
Austin
You're
Post
crazy
fan.
if you think you were gonna. By the way, just a fun fact: Faris being born like last week couldn't find the voice chat on his phone. He was basically born through technology. Like he doesn't have a
Okay.
mother. He was born through a machine.
Okay,
And he couldn't
listen
even
here,
talk
fucker. Listen here, you piece of absolute garbage.
Listen to the privilege in his voice.
Okay. There was this one time.
The way
I
he
saw a
says
tweet,
fucker is
and it
so
was like
privileged.
Yeah,
It was
I
like-
know.
I saw a tweet, and it was like Kirby, and the caption was, "If Kirby ate you, what power would he get?" And I quote tweeted and wrote "white privilege," but on my private account because, like, I really didn't want to get hated on. So
And now
White
everybody.
boy has a private account.
Yeah.
Who would have guessed? I'm so
but
shocked
like
and surprised.
in reality, how many people actually listen to this podcast?
Well, it ranges from around 12
10.
to 32.
Oh,
Jeez,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually,
we have a fan base.
I was just fucking about that tweet, right? That's not right.
Start sweating.
I started it honestly thinking I was gonna get 3 listens. I was gonna make jokes about. I thought it was gonna be 1 listen. It's gonna be me, and I was like, yeah, that's pretty good. But the moment we put it out, the first episode went pretty good. And now I listen to it, and I'm like, oh my god, that sounds like absolute shit. And
Just
we're not
give me a
even
second.
much in it.
1 second.
Sure, go ahead.
He runs away to delete
Yeah.
the tweet. He's like, fuck, delete.
No. Shit.
I'm back, fuckers.
Go to the podcast chat and click on it. Open the first link you see. It's Gino's East. Look at that pizza. The same way you find the voice chat, you toddler.
Craig joined podcast. Okay, so what wait.
No. Swipe
no.
left again, like the pussy you are. You're
Bot
gonna find
spam.
3.
Nope.
No, the one under it. Podcast
Pod-
chat. Yeah.
Shit looks like a
Final link
yeast
there.
infection. What the fuck?
You would know.
Yeah, definitely
What,
would know.
yo, why you fucking shitting on me, bro?
We're
You
not
want to
shitting
fucking
on you.
go?
You're
It's a
the.
Not you,
tradition.
Adam. You're hella nice. I've always
It's a
liked Adam.
tradition.
I don't like
Oh,
you, fucking poetic heretic. Fucking
Poetic heretic.
give us some poetry, you fucking.
It's on my Tumblr because I'm a special snowflake.
Oh
and
my
I
god, it's on my
yeah.
Tumblr. I use
You
Tumblr.
should follow me on Tumblr.
you guys
I
gonna
have
get pizza after
feelings
this?
and
I need
emotions.
notes.
Real men don't
Someone.
need feelings or emotions.
Real men aren't
Uh,
real.
This man is absolute fucking chaos, nuts to butts, fucking exploding over here.
Speaking about chaos. Okay,
Yeah.
so a couple weeks ago, I was going to get fucking balila.
Belita.
Yeah. I don't like. How do you say that in English? Balila. Anyways,
Belila.
so it was like right in front of Kaf, and then one of my
Yeah.
friends saw like McDonald's barbecue sauce, like just on
Yeah.
the ground, literally on the Corniche street. Okay,
Mhm.
just imagine that.
Was it new?
No. It was like open and spilled on the ground.
Nice.
And seeing that I love chicken nuggets and I also love barbecue sauce, he dared me to lick it off the ground. Now, do you think I did?
Yes,
Yes.
you're a slut. Yes, you did it.
True, I did, because I am an absolute whore. Fuck me. What? No. I am not a whore.
You would shoot up a school if you had the opportunity.
No, I
Yeah.
actually wouldn't.
Yeah.
You're
Okay,
white
but
enough. You're whiter than me. Jesus.
Realistically, I would not shoot up a school. Like tops, I would just like stab a couple kids tops.
Okay,
No,
to be
you
honest,
wouldn't
yeah,
have. No, you wouldn't have the ability to stab someone. You would
No, he
shoot
would.
them. No, shooting is
The
much
fuck you
more
mean?
easier than stabbing
Much more
someone.
easier. Okay, much more
Yes.
easier. That's incorrect grammar, you fucking numbskull. Shut the fuck up before I come stab you.
Shut up, Canada.
Oh
You're
shit!
supposed to be nice.
Burn.
You're supposed to be nice.
I'm not nice.
Me
I'm
or him?
sick.
Faddis is supposed to be nice. He's Canadian.
I am nice.
Oh, totally.
No, he's half Canadian, so not as nice.
No, actually, in reality, I
Yeah.
actually was born in the U.S. Therefore, I have an American passport. So
See, shooting
chances are
schools.
I am fucking getting drafted, boys.
Oh,
Rip.
I so hope so.
I already got like my first couple lessons. Someone throws a grenade at you, you click R2. Throw
Yeah.
that shit back.
Wait, no. Wait, you don't throw grenades with R2. You throw grenades with R1. Fucking degenerate.
Yeah,
Know
but you
your
throw
facts.
them back with R2.
No, you throw them back with R1.
Actually,
Yeah.
I wouldn't
R2
know.
shoots.
I've only like played Uncharted, so
Fucking fake gamer.
no. But in
Absolutely
reality, like
game.
first perk would be scavenger.
Anyway,
Okay, wait. I actually do play games, but I don't play PlayStation games. I play Nintendo games.
wait. Uncharted is a PlayStation game. What are you on about?
Yeah, but like, no, I've played every single Zelda title ever. I've played every Metal Gear title ever.
Snake.
Did you see what's it called? What's it called? His new game. Hideo
Death
Kojima.
Stranding.
That's
Yes, it's trash.
We've talked
It's
about
actual trash.
we've milked that. We've milked that game. Well, not really, but we've spoken about it twice already. We've had very varying opinions.
I have not tried it, so I can't talk shit about the game.
Dan has hopes for it, and Noel, who was in the previous episode, thinks it's.
I feel like
Why do you keep calling him Dan though?
it's
because it's way shorter
than my name.
than his name. It's much easier to use.
I came to the realization just now. You called me and you told me that I know how to jump from topic to topic very smoothly. And at
You
the
actually
time,
jumped through like 15.
I really
Just
didn't know
now.
what you meant until just now.
See my point?
Okay. It makes sense. I
Yeah.
kept wondering, like, what was I adding to this podcast? And
No,
it's
you're fine.
literally
yeah.
diversity
Yeah.
No.
because I'm white.
I've been reading Vinland Saga recently, and I can't get enough.
Okay, but actually, let's not talk about that because I really don't want that shit spoiled. Actually,
But
I do
like,
have a question.
what?
So they're saying that Neverland,
Yeah.
uh, Promise Neverland, they're saying it's gonna be like hella long. Is that correct? Like they say the manga's already really long.
Let me check. I have it on
To be
bookmarks.
honest, from what I read, it's gonna
The
take up to
Promised Neverland.
2026, I think.
It's
Jeez.
163 chapters as of
So
today.
so how many episodes would that be? Like around 50? 40?
Give or take, depends on the studio that's animating, because you know how studios like prolong some episodes, and like
Yeah.
some episodes are very rushed. Like the first episode was very rushed. Like they could have like made the first episode and two episodes separately.
Mm-hmm.
But, like
Yeah, I
it
guess.
was very very rushed. Like the I'm not gonna spoil anything, but you know what I
I
mean.
already watched I watched the first part.
Yeah, it depends on who's listening, but like you know
Yeah.
what happens on the first episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
When
rushed.
that
I feel
thing
like
happens with the
that
thing.
thing. Yeah, I felt like that thing could have happened in the middle of the second episode.
I did feel it was a bit rushed.
Yeah.
And see, because of that, you know how you kind of get the feeling like they could have just spread this across multiple episodes. That's the same reason I didn't like Doctor Stone. I didn't like Doctor Stone.
Oh,
Oh, how dare you!
I only
Adam is
watched.
gonna fight you
How
right now.
dare you!
Okay, just hear me out. Just hear me out. Doctor Stone, JoJo, like the first season of JoJo. I'm talking. I haven't watched anything past that.
Yada
But
yada
as for
yada.
the first season, Claymore, Claymore.
Oh. Uh,
Uh, I just felt like all of them were really rushed. Like the story just goes from
you want to talk about
we're here
rushed?
and then we go here.
You want to
And
talk
there's
about rushed? Watch the first episode of the Seraph of the End. Warino
I
Saga.
watched Sarah from the end.
The first episode is like the symbol of rushing everything.
True. It's like just okay, let's fucking go. We're going, we're dead. That's
Yeah,
exactly what happens.
that's what happened. Like what? Like it's not that good. Let's speak clearly.
It's look, as have you watched the entire thing?
I watched like I don't know 10 episodes, 9 episodes, then I
It's
got
actually
bored.
really good. It's really it's one of my favorite animes of all time.
Yeah, your taste is questionable.
You
What's your
can like
favorite
different
anime?
things. You
Dan?
can like different things,
No,
No,
guy.
no,
shut the
no.
It's
fuck
okay.
up, Adam. What's your favorite anime? You're the only person who writes poetry on Tumblr that I know.
No, Adam writes poetry, but I don't know
I
where he
write
puts
poetry
the
too,
On
but
shit.
it's on a
Tumblr?
poetry web. No, on a poetry website.
Oh my god, this is getting worse. Jeez. Next thing I know, you'll be telling me you use Reddit.
I do use
You
Reddit.
use Reddit. We both. Everyone uses Reddit. Everyone who
Okay,
hates Reddit
okay.
uses Reddit.
True.
You
Reddit is
use Reddit,
honestly bomb.
pussy. Yeah.
R//
But actually,
Reddit
what
haters.
Dan, what's your favorite anime?
I don't have a favorite. I just know what's good and what's not. That's it.
That's how you know
Okay,
someone is
so
pushing out from the fight.
No, I'm not
okay,
missing out because I don't feel like I have a favorite anything. Like, oh, this is good. This is not.
exactly. That means you're indecisive and you are a fucker. End of discussion. You are indecisive, you cannot make your own decisions, and this is over. I am legally
Blind. Anyway, I've posted on the podcast chat some panels from
Yeah. So
Vinland Saga, and I want to like thank the author for his like this shit is so good. Like I can't tell you how this shit is good.
It's really pretty, honestly.
No, it's not even about pretty. The story just keeps getting better and better and better, and it does not stop getting better.
You're actually hyping me up way too much because I feel like at this point,
No,
everyone
like
I've asked about this anime told me it's amazing.
no. You see the 24 episodes that I have been like what's the word? Sorry, I'm very sick. The 24 episodes of Vinland Saga that are out right now, they do not
Yep.
compare to what happens after.
See, but the thing is, like I told you a couple days ago, my issue with Vinland Saga,
Mm-hmm.
like I don't know if I'm really, I guess I'm biased against Viking stories. Let me just put it as that. I don't really know
What's
why,
can
but
you specify that? What do you mean? What does that mean?
okay. Do you know the
He
show
hates
Vikings?
Nords.
No, no, let him talk.
Okay,
What do you mean?
Viking. I don't know how to explain it, but like, okay, Lord of the Rings, Vikings,
Okay.
the show itself, Game of Thrones. I watched Game of Thrones because I was forced to, and eventually I did like it. We're not gonna speak about Game of Thrones because that final season was horrible. But like
Okay.
in general, I don't like these kinds of shows. Vikings, shows that include Vikings, and shows that include like older shows
Medieval.
or
Medieval
medieval
shows. You don't
shows.
like Okay. That's okay. I get that.
So that's
Yeah.
why I'm kind of against Vinland Saga. But then again, everyone's saying it's really fucking good. So
It's a genre in the end of the day. You can't really it's like wanting to listen to pop rock and you don't like pop rock and you're forced to listen to it just because everyone says it's good. It doesn't have to be incentive for you to listen to it. You know what I mean? You don't have to watch it, to be honest.
yeah,
So
but
yeah.
it's like I'm pretty sure like within a couple of years, everyone's gonna be like, it's gonna be the new Attack on Titan. That's what I feel like it is. Like the
What?
go-to for everyone that doesn't watch anime. Like
Oh,
I get yeah.
that's
you
what I
mean
feel like it'll be
it
like.
becomes very mainstream?
Yeah,
It's
like
really
it'll be
scary
just.
to like sorry. Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like in a couple of years or so, it'll be like if someone comes up to you and tells you what should I start watching, it'll instantly be like, oh, watch Kimetsu no Yaiba, watch Vinland Saga, watch Seven Deadly Sins. See, instead of people going Tokyo Ghoul, Attack on Titan, and
Wait. Hold the fuck up.
I
To-
agree. He went
to-
really far there.
Tokyo Ghoul is shit.
It's an
l-
absolute shit show.
okay, 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 okay. 1 second, 1 second. Let's just correct what you guys just said before I lose my shit.
Have you excuse me?
No,
Season
no, no.
three and
Have
four
you
is shit.
Okay,
no.
Two
we
is
can.
very mediocre. Season one was amazing.
But if you had read the actual material and the story, that was the actual what the author
I'm
really
talking. I was
intended to
speaking
have.
about anime, not
I
manga. They're
know,
both
I
I know.
completely
agree. I
different
agree
subjects.
with. Look, I agree with him. I agree with Ferris because I don't believe in judging a work of art by its origin. This doesn't. It doesn't really
Exactly.
matter. It's like
Yeah, it
watching.
doesn't matter. But like
May
when
I
you see
finish?
what,
May I
sure.
finish my point? What I mean is, they should totally be disconnected from the source material. Whatever the argument that this is canon or this is not canon or this is from the manga or this is from my grandmother's butthole. This is all invalid. I think the first one had a little bit of better pacing, and then the rest of them just jumbled into each other, and it was really bad. The show can't even build itself up from what it previously did. They keep saying, "Oh, we had this season. It was really messy, so we're gonna start again." No, 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 no. Let's start again. No, you know what? Let's start again. That's really bad. That's bad for bit. It's a really badly constructed show, and when you look at it, you don't. You have the argument that it's seasons, but then again, it's a whole show. I can't disconnect a season just because I like it. It started well and ended badly, and that's what I'm talking
Exactly.
about.
But like,
My point
see,
is,
Dan, the thing is,
hmm,
do you ever compare? Have you ever heard anyone go, "Oh, Avengers Endgame is a shit movie compared to the comic books"?
I would say yes, but I don't want to piss you off.
Who? Like, actually, who?
I
Like,
know people.
no
I
one
know comic book
compares.
nerds. No,
But why would you compare?
you could compare. You could compare. Like I could compare Suicide Squad, the
Okay,
shit
Suicide
movie.
Squad is DC. Let's just
DC.
put that
Okay.
That's
aside.
the stupid
DC.
argument.
Okay, I
No,
know,
I
but
if
like,
I want to
like,
compare, I could compare like the Suicide Squad. They took the Suicide Squad name and just like ran it through the mud.
but that cutscene with what's her fucking name? Wait, I forgot. The Joker and
Harley
Harley Quinn. That
Yeah.
cutscene was really fucking good, honestly. Like
You don't get to derail a character like that.
true, you really don't.
look, to end this argument about like source material or whatever, when it comes to anime, right? They're not taking the story and saying, "Oh, let's put a spin on it." No, they're like, "Okay, this is the source material. We want to make it into an animation." That's what has been going with anime since like manga existed, right?
Agreeable. Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so you as an animation studio and as a director, you take what the author has written and fucking poured blood, sweat, and tears into, and you just make it as it is. You don't get to derail the story or, oh, this doesn't look good on screen. No, people loved the source material. It's getting traction. People are buying it. It's getting records. So please, just as it is, put it on the screen.
I don't
I
agree with that
disagree with
point of
you.
view.
Yeah, I disagree as well. I disagree as
Because
well.
like
Why?
it's why would you see, you have a director and you have a producer and you have everyone to make this anime just so they can stick to a certain script written by someone else? It doesn't make sense.
He
It's
owns
also
this
much.
shit.
No, no,
He
no,
owns
no.
it, that
He gets royalties. He doesn't own the TV show. It's not
exactly,
his. They take royalties. They say, "Can we make something inspired by your work?" And he says yes. They don't say, "We're going to put your work on screen." They say, "We're going to adapt it to screen."
pretty much.
And that's
Adapt
what
to
you
screen
disagree.
does not mean change
It
things and make it
exact it
your
that's
own.
exactly what it means.
It's
Adapt it to
exactly what it
screen.
means.
Yeah. That's exactly what it means. Make it more presentable on TV. If you want the manga content, just read it.
Mm.
You don't expect it from the I
But
mean,
you
it's
don't get
you
to
sit.
change elements of the story.
But like when it comes down to it, for example,
You can just tweak a bit of scenes, but not just do whatever you want and change the story however you like. That doesn't make sense. If it's good on its own, on the red material, you're reading
if
and
it's
you
not
like it.
broke, don't fix it. Pretty much that's what you're getting at. But the
Yeah,
thing is,
it's good. Why
it
change
gives you two experiences.
bad
It gives
experiences?
you
Why would you want that?
It's is every single anime you've watched worse than the manga version?
No, some were shit on
Exactly. There
both
you go.
sides, but
So you've
some
never seen an anime that is better than a manga.
Can I add something to this argument? There's something maybe you're not taking into perspective, which is the studios as well. Mind you, that they're not making this adaptation out of the kindness of their heart. They're making it to make money. So whatever the studio sees fit and will get him money, even though it's right or wrong, it's a director's office.
I
They
know,
make the
I know.
decision there. So whatever gets them the money, they do whatever they want with it. It's kind of
And
a
no one's going to
bureaucracy.
be
If you think
paying to watch
exactly,
something they've
yeah,
already read.
But since the
yeah.
manga is doing so well, right? The story is
Mhm.
going so well. People are buying it and still buying it, and more people are
Then
coming to
why
buy
would they
it.
watch the
Why do
anime?
you change it? Why
Why would
why
you
wouldn't
watch an
I
anime when
why
you
would I
have the book?
not want to see my favorite manga become into an animated color filled
I
action
mean, to be honest,
sequence?
Dan has a point too. Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I
then
would like to see
I'll
that too.
speak for myself. I am one of the
Mhm.
biggest Harry Potter fans on this planet. Okay?
Oh.
I've watched every single movie at least
Mm.
6 or 7 times, and I've
Hmm.
read every single book. But I
All
know
right.
for a fact the books, maybe, I'm not saying they're better, they're more detailed. I'll just
Okay.
keep it at that. Okay?
Okay.
Now, the thing is, if let's say I did watch the movies, there are many movies that I've watched that I really just don't feel like reading the book for. And the other way around. For example, Maze Runner. I read the Maze Runner series or trilogy or whatever the fuck it's called, and then I saw the
Mm-hmm.
movies came out, and I just didn't
Mm-hmm.
want to watch the movies.
Mm-hmm.
But see, the idea behind all of this is that it gives you, I feel like, two experiences. It's either a good experience, bad experience, and just like Adam said, you have the studio as well, and they're not going to make an anime based exactly like the manga because when it comes down to it, people are just going to be like, I'm not going to waste my time watching something I've already read. I'll just start something new.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah,
I,
but I understand
I
why he's heated over it too. Like it's something dear to his heart, and he doesn't want to see it butchered. And it's like I have this thing that's like called as something like a long season syndrome, where something takes too long and it's too good of something, and then really good that from now on it's just gonna start disappointing. Like Stranger Things. Stranger Things started out well. Second season was like, huh, and then the third season was like, really? It wasn't like the first one, and it wasn't like the second one. It's just too much of something good, I think. And I quote Marcus on this from the Cosmonaut Variety Hour. Yeah, what do you want to say?
I feel like that ideology, it's kind of the same as Death Note. See, Death Note, I really don't know who hasn't watched Death Note yet. Like literally, everyone's watched Death Note.
Yeah, yeah,
But just so we don't spoil anything, after a specific character dies, after that, everything literally goes downhill. And I
yeah,
feel like they should have just ended the show after that character died. Because after
yeah,
that, it just gets really bad. That's why a lot of people, especially people who watch anime a lot, whenever they're asked about Death Note, no one ever goes, Death Note is a good anime. Everyone's just like, it's a mediocre anime. Even though, like, it was a really good anime up till that character died. If they had stopped
yeah,
it there, everyone would just be like, it's a fucking amazing anime. But the fact
yeah.
that they didn't stop it, that just made it really bad.
Yeah,
Dan, what do you
true.
have to say?
About the Death Note thing, I agree because that character was an essential element to the story. It like created a rivalry between two characters, and it kept the momentum going. So why stop the
Mm-hmm.
momentum? That was my idea when I was watching Death Note. But when it comes
Mm-hmm.
back to the subject of read material and animation, when it comes to books, I don't want to say books are the same to manga, because manga has been like drawn. You can see emotions, how characters look, how they're fighting. The whole sequence is drawn out to you. You just have to add a little imagination. When it comes to books, there's a lot of details, and you have to like create the character in your head. There's no way two people can like see the same character when reading one book. So
I
when it comes to
objection. I have an objection here.
Can you
Your
let him
Honor,
finish? Jesus.
Your
Okay,
Honor, I'm being bullied.
yes,
No,
but
keep
like
going. Keep going.
Anyway, when it comes to movies and books, when it comes to movies and books, I can see why they get shortcuts and like miss out a lot of details and information essentially, and just like mention it here and there, not have it essentially in the whole movie. But when it comes to anime and manga, it's been drawn already. The story, you can see it in your face. You can see the characters, their ambitions, their fucking despair, whatever it is that is going on in the manga. And I feel like since it's there, I would love to see it this as it is, and you can just add the sequence, the movements, the action, the music, the voice acting. Just add all of that. You can direct how a fight goes, but you can change the outcome. I can't have like a character die in a fight, but in the manga, and have it like happen a different way in the anime. That wouldn't make sense to me. And I've been reading The Promised Neverland before even it was announced to be an anime. Even after it was announced, it took like what, how many months to like, or was it a fucking year to get the first episode out? And I kept reading the manga, and I was like, I can't fucking wait to see this animated, because since the manga has been so good up to this point, the action sequences were amazing in the manga. Like, I couldn't wait to see that shit happen. So you can't tell me, oh, since I've read this, I don't want to see it butchered. No, I will take that chance to see if it gets butchered, because in the end, I know most of the prevalent, I would say, animation studios. Like, studios have names. Like, everyone knows what studio is gonna do. Like, do you know JC Staff?
No.
Hello.
yes.
Do you know JC Staff?
He said yes. He said yes.
Oh, They don't. They're like fucking simple as fuck. They don't like put time into the animation. They just like ship anything out. Like I think it was winter last year. Like 3 animes were coming out from JC staff. I don't understand that. Why push out 3 animes? You're like cutting your fucking animation teams up. Like
Why?
you
Because
fucking.
they don't really care about quality.
They don't.
care
Yeah,
about
they
money.
don't. Yeah, they're about money. So like when I see an animation done by JC staff, I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this. I know it's gonna be horrible. I might as well stick to the manga. But
You
when
made
I
a good point
see
here. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
when I see like Mega House is a fucking tasty fucking animation studio. Whenever I see their name on a fucking anime, I'm like, I'm watching this, whatever it is, I'm gonna watch this shit because I know they're gonna put effort in that shit.
Anyway, it's a bureaucracy. The studios suck. What is the weirdest thing that someone has told you on a job? You were working on a shift. What is the weirdest thing someone has told you? Or maybe if it's like you could say like if it's in college or high school or something like that, it also counts. Like, but what is the weirdest thing someone has told you when you were on a shift of any kind?
That's gonna take some time to figure out because
Well, the only thing I can actually remember, it's not really something I was told. It's more of like something that happened. I got into a fist fight with one of my teachers. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I'm
pretty
done.
much long story short.
No,
Uh,
make it long. I want to
okay,
know how you'd get
I'll give you a lot of details. Okay, so 10th grade. Now, a while back, like this was what, 5 years ago, 6 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So there was this card game called Sorry, the Deal. You guys know it, right?
yeah,
I don't know it.
How do you
But
not
anyway.
know it? Jeez, oh my god.
he's
Oh
not
my god.
Saudi.
Fucking jeez.
He
Okay.
knows that. But anyway.
So it doesn't matter. No one fucking like. I'm not gonna go to a Saudi and go, "Hey, do you know Monopoly?" And he's not. He's gonna say no because he's not.
Okay, Monopoly. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Okay, pretty much. Long story short, it's a
Okay.
card game, right? And we
Yeah.
used to play it like in school when we would have like free periods and stuff. So I remember we had Arabic at the time.
Yeah.
This teacher, he was the type that he would just like fuck with people just for the fun of it. Okay.
Yeah.
And I don't mean like just, he would literally bully kids in class. Like, actually
Yeah,
bully.
that's what teachers that fuck with people do. Yeah.
That's
Like,
Adam as a teacher.
he had
Yeah.
we had this one kid with us. His name was Fras Bukhari. And I remember the teacher would just made his life a fucking living hell. Like, he would rip on him day after day.
Okay, was he a chubby kid?
Look,
Okay.
he was, but that wasn't the issue. The issue was that he used to have this like notepad, and he used to
Okay.
write like rap lyrics in it. But the thing is, they were in Arabic.
Oh.
I would make fun of
Oh.
him.
I wasn't a bully.
Yeah, I would have bullied. I
okay?
would have bullied him too. Yeah.
But like, come on.
Anyway.
And he used to play, and his sport of choice was like archery. Like, when your sport of choice is archery, you're begging to be made fun of. Like I'm gonna bully the shit out of you. But anyways, let's not talk about that and the fact that he used to like wear a cap like to the side.
That's
But
so
you know,
It's like,
I wish
let me not bully him while I rip him a new one.
Did he or did he not wear jeans? Stop.
he did.
He's perfect. He's perfect. I don't blame
he's
the
just-
teacher
he-
anymore.
Yeah, I don't blame the teacher. Like, good on him
You're
for
good.
bullying the kid.
But the thing is, he was a really nice guy. Like he was genuinely.
I
nice
don't
to
care.
everyone.
I do not
I don't
care.
care
You
either.
wear
Who
jeans
gives a fuck?
under your thobe. You're just like you're asking for it at this point.
Pretty much. But so
Okay.
he used to like pull him out like to the front of the class like on a daily basis and just make him do the weirdest shit. Like, and it was kind of like it was pretty fucking gay. See, I was in a government school, so what people used to consider funny is homosexuality, right? So he would just like
Still
make
funny.
him fucking. It really is make him just go stand in front of the class, turn around, and then like pull his thobe like really, really close so we could like pretty much see his ass crack.
Are you sure that teacher wasn't a pedophile as well? Because
What?
it sounds like it.
Okay,
Yeah,
we're actually
that's
not
weird.
allowed to speak about the teacher in a bad manner in the story because he died of cancer a couple years ago. A liar,
Yeah,
Habu.
fuck him. It sounds like he deserved it.
Lamau rip.
Rip, baby.
I'm a good Muslim. Anyway,
Yeah. Okay.
so
Anyway.
pretty
Yeah,
much.
sure.
So he told us, listen, I'm not giving you class today. And at that point, I never had any interactions with him. Like I remember in his class, the moment I started realizing how he was, I don't mind teachers being like joking around
Assholes.
and shit,
Yeah.
but he wasn't like it was literally bullying. And I was like, okay, listen, if he's gonna talk shit to you, you're just gonna get in an argument and that'll just get heated. I know myself, I know I'll just fucking lose my shit. And so I just decided not to interact with him and I would just sit at the back of class. So that day, free period, I told him, hey, can we play cards? And he said, yeah, sure, go right ahead. So we start playing, and then he noticed that the class was just a bit too quiet for his taste. Like, no one was screaming, everyone was just quietly talking.
What a fucking asshole.
And he didn't enjoy that. Okay?
Yeah.
So
Fucking
he came up to
asshole.
me, he took my cards, and I was like, okay, he's just taking them because he doesn't want us to play anymore, right? No. He took them, and keep in mind, at the time, I remember I had saved up from my allowance to actually buy those cards, and I paid like 250 for like the cards and the extra packs and everything. And so he started fucking spilling water on them and ripping them up.
Wow.
Like, and everyone in the class kind of went silent for a bit, and then they
What
started
cancer did he
laughing.
die from? I'm so sorry. What cancer did he die from?
I don't know, bro.
Asshole
Cancerous
cancer.
behavior, that's what.
Asshole cancer, exactly. What a fucking piece of shit. Yeah.
But pretty much he started like fucking destroying the cards and shit. And I
Yeah.
just kind of sat there and watched for a minute trying to kind of understand what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the class started laughing. And that just fucking turned him on. Fucking gave him the biggest stiffy. And he just fucking went in harder.
You
And
got a boner.
at this point, he had literally spilled like a bottle and a half of water on my cards and
Jesus
basically
Christ.
destroyed all of them. And then I just looked at him and I was like, you know, I did pay for those, right? And then he was like, oh, really? Okay, then I didn't know that. If I did, I wouldn't have ruined them. Oh, well. And I was just like, what the fuck? And I
You gotta
remember,
catch the head, boy.
okay, so when I was younger, I was a crybaby bitch, right? Like literally everything would make me cry. And I remember
Okay.
when I was in 10th grade, I hadn't cried for like about 2 years or something. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Because I kind of just grew very prone to everything because like I
Grew
got
up.
so,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much. But I remember I sat there, you know when you get that pain in your throat, like in your Adam's apple?
Yeah.
That. I had that feeling and I was like, okay, I'm about to fucking cry, bro. I'm not crying in front of the class. And so I just kind of sat there. I didn't move. I didn't do anything. And so he told me to come get my cards. And everyone in the class started looking at me, waiting to see if I'd get up. I didn't. My friends did, and they got the cards. They got the cards, sat next to me. I started checking the cards to see what's good, what's not. Halfway through the pile, I had like 3 or 4 good cards out of like, what, 400 or like 200 cards. And so I just kind of slid them aside, put my head on the desk, and kind of just like tried to go to sleep. Or like, because that's how we deal with our fucking
I'm just
problems. We
feeling it
sleep.
bad at this point.
Yeah, I really feel bad about it. Like, what a
Like-
fucking asshole.
Like how to
And-
make a serial killer 101.
Oh, yeah.
Have
God
not
bless
shoot
you
up
for
school.
not shooting a school yet.
But the thing is,
Yet.
see, after that, he started roll calling, right? Like roll calling? What's it called? Attendance. He was taking attendance. And he got to my
Yeah.
name. First 2 times I ignored him. I flat out ignored him. But I
Mhm.
noticed my friends were literally pointing at me. Like I had my head on the desk and I was just ignoring him. But you know when you kind of feel like movement next to you? Like
Yeah.
someone's
Yep.
pointing at you.
Yep.
But he just kind of ignored them and he called my name the third time. And I got up. I was like, here. And then he said, why aren't you answering to your name, water boy? Stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life. Like it was literally
Was
the
it in
stupidest
English?
insult. Obviously not. إيه
I want to
ليه ما
hear the
ترد على
Arabic.
اسمك يا ولد المويه؟
What
Ah.
is it? It's so
Answer me.
bad.
Human. Yeah, I know. It's so stupid. Oh God.
But
Anyway.
then, see, I had a water bottle right in front of me. Okay, I swear to God, it was
Throw it
like
at him.
half filled, and see, I don't know what
He's trying
happened.
to put
Honestly,
it.
I fucking chucked that shit at the motherfucker.
I know. I fucking knew it.
This bitch half empty. Yeet.
No, I actually I don't think I've ever thrown anything that hard in my entire life. Like I
Wow.
threw it so hard, I swear to God, it missed him by a couple of inches and it slammed into the wall behind him and it fucking exploded. It fucking
Holy
burst
shit.
open, all the water everywhere.
White
And
power,
then
baby.
right there, the moment it hit, I felt tears coming down and I was like, okay, too late to back out. And I pushed the desk away from me. And I went up to him, grabbed him by the throat, stuck him in just back into the wall. And then I started saying very, very bad things to him.
Naughty, naughty.
Like I literally, I talked about his mom's vagina, talked about
Nice.
her dad's
Shit.
vagina.
What was the
talked
height
about
difference? How they
literally everything.
scissored. What was the
Literally
height difference between
everything.
you two? What was the height difference?
He was like a bit shorter than me. Like
Ooh, easy.
tiny.
Oh, so he's insecure. That's why he's bullying kids.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, pussy ass boy. Fucking ripped.
So pretty much stuck him to the wall, and then I remember after I started calling him, he took like a solid minute of just what the fuck is going on. Like I remember the shock in his eyes. It wasn't even fury. He was just fucking. What the fuck is going on? Wait, what? How do I handle this? They didn't teach me this in fucking school. I
In
don't know
bully
what
school,
to do.
yeah.
Bully school.
I didn't learn that in asshole school. Yeah.
I
And
skipped
so then
self-defense.
after he kind of realized what was going on, he grabbed my thobe like right next to my neck, and then I
Mhm.
just grabbed his arm and pulled it off, pulled him away from
Mhm.
the wall, and slammed him back into it. And I remember he was just like, "What the fuck is going on? انت ايش قاعد تسوي؟ وخر عني يا ولد. أنا مدري
Yeah.
إيش. أنا مدري إيه."
And then
And I remember at one point he told me, "أنا أستاذك لازم تحترمني." قلت
you
له
started
على
kissing.
زبي يا منيوك.
Man,
saved
I'm
mine.
I'm loving this. This is wow.
And let's just imagine. I just want you to imagine with me, okay, what the class is thinking. It's like about
Damn.
30 guys in here, right? And they let this go on for like
Yeah.
4 minutes because literally the entire class hated him. Everyone. So they just kind of saw that I had the upper hand, and so they kind of
Yeah.
let it go on.
Yeah.
And so pretty much we didn't really. No one punched anyone, but
Yeah.
half the class was kind of like dying in laughter at the situation. And the other
Yeah.
half, who were all my friends, knew that this shit could end really badly. I could get suspended. And so everyone pulled me away from the teacher, like my friends and that, and they pulled me to the back of the class. I remember one of my friends, his name was Faris too. He had his hand on my mouth to stop me from talking. And I kept moving his hand and calling the teacher a manuk.
Okay.
And then Faris just kept telling me, Faris, Ajit, stop, fucking stop what you're saying. And I
Mhm.
wouldn't. And then the teacher, after he came, like, he kind of just got himself back and, like, kind of, you know, that shit you do after you kind of get really flustered?
Insulted. Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of just
Yeah.
pick yourself back up, like, that wasn't shit to me. Even though
Yeah.
you know, like, on the inside, like, that shit hurt.
He
You
shook.
slam like a girl.
And
Yeah.
then you start thinking about, like, how to come back. See, his comeback was he looked me in the eye and he told the students, no, he told me, if you're a man, come over here again. Keep in mind, I had like 5 guys holding me like in place and one guy with his hand on my mouth. And I
As he
got
sat in the trash can. Yeah.
as he said that. And then I moved Faris's hand again and I was like, he wants me to go over to him. I'm just going over to him to talk. And Faris just kept telling me, no, you're not. No, you're not. And the teacher kept yelling, like, bring him over here. Faris, you better come over here. Obviously, no one would let me go to him. And at this point, I was like fucking red
Okay.
as shit because that's what usually happens to me when I get in my feels.
Mhm.
And then after that, after shit kind of cooled down a bit, uh, the teacher called me over and everyone like held me by my arms because like I was some kind of prisoner apparently. But pretty much everyone held me by my arms and they wanted to take me to the principal's office. Now I didn't even try and move my friends because they're my friends. Like you guys can hold my arms, you can hold my dick, you can hold whatever you want. We're friends. But then when I got to the door, the teacher grabbed my shoulder and kind of grabbed me by the thobe from my shoulder.
Yeah.
And the moment he did that, I kind of snapped again and I grabbed his arm and I pulled him really close and I told him I'd fucking break his arm if he touched me again. I kind of let go. And then after that, he was like, Ya kalb. That's all he said. Literally, I said that to him and he goes, Kalb.
Touche, he got me there.
Okay, not gonna lie, but after that shit, like, see that's the only strong standing I have in this story. The rest of the story, I was just a pussy bitch.
Yeah.
What
What
happened to
was
you then?
the repercussion? Yeah.
I was in the vice principal's office. They took me there, and at the moment I got there, I started fucking bawling my eyes out. Like shit, I'm gonna
Jesus.
fucking get expelled, and my parents are gonna come and beat the shit out of me. Fuck.
Yeah.
But the thing is, my parents were traveling at the time. I think they were in Cape Town or
Yeah.
some shit. And this was my second term, and I've been at that school for 12 years. Like, I never left. So I know,
Okay.
like, most of the teachers at that point. And I had a really good reputation. Like, I wasn't the best student academically, but I was a really good student. Like, I was
Overall.
good with the teachers. Yeah. I knew how
Yeah.
to make good relationships with every teacher I've had.
Social boy.
So pretty much teachers coming in and out of the vice principal's office and everyone that comes in literally looks at me and they're like, Faris, what's wrong? And I have to tell them the story over and over and over.
No,
Then
yeah,
this
that's
one
painful.
kid, okay, I swear to God, I cannot make this shit up. There's this one kid, now my name is Faris Al-Mani', okay?
Yeah.
This other kid, his name is Faisal Manna', okay?
Yeah.
Are you like twins?
See, that's where the issue is. Faisal Manna', I'm pretty sure he's a drug dealer, but I'm not. I'm
Nice.
like I don't. He's really bad. Like I
He's a
remember
drug
he was.
dealer, but I'm a drug myself.
Fuck, tell me about
What the
boys.
fuck was that?
Okay, so pretty much, Faisal Manna comes into the vice principal's office and he sits with me, and he starts
Mhm.
asking me questions. And look, I really didn't like him, and I still don't like him. Like, he's not my friend. I just kind of know him, and he was acting like he was my friend. Like,
Mhm.
but I just kind of put up with him. So pretty
Yeah.
much, while I was talking to him, one of my favorite teacher in the entire school that's ever taught me anything ever, he was a math teacher, I'm just gonna. He's black and he's big. That's all you need to know. Literally,
All
that's
right.
it. He's a black guy that's really big. He is literally Mark Henry of my school. Okay,
Nice.
so he walks in, and I swear to God, he looks at both of us, and he goes, "Mana barra." And then Faisal just kind of looks at him like, "Okay, no." He looked at me and he went, "Mana barra." And I was like, I have shit going on. I can't leave. And he came to the realization like, okay, so the story I just heard isn't about Fas al Manna, it's about Faris al
It's about
Mana.
you. Okay, okay.
And I swear to God, he had such a look of disappointment. It broke my heart. He was like, Faris,
Aw.
how could you do this? You're a really good student. Madri ايش. And then I was like, obviously, I'm in a government school. I went, الشيطان يا أستاذ والله الشيطان.
Such a pussy way out.
Oh,
Woo!
damn, he took the bitch rap. Jesus. Holy.
And like obviously, what else am I gonna tell him? I don't know.
صغير صارم.
Oh Jesus! So
Oh, yeah.
pretty much, he just goes, "Oh, okay, no, what's wrong?" He didn't buy that shit at all. And I told him
Yeah.
the story, and then he goes, "Okay, listen, the dude's my friend. I'll try and talk to him." And I love how he took it so comedically because, like, he then, after I told him the story, he looks at me and he goes, "You know, if you ever try and pull that shit with me, I'll have you 6 feet under the ground." I was like, "What? Oh, what the fuck you mean?" Oh, bro, he's the scariest person I've ever seen in my life. No joke. Like,
Damn.
literally, he's horrifying. I'm pretty sure, like, I have a door in my room right now. I don't know how big it is, but I'm pretty sure he couldn't
He
fit
wouldn't
through it.
fit. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd have to go, like, through it sideways. He's really scary. So,
then,
and then
oh, you're
after
not done
that,
yet? Okay.
yeah, I started talking to a shitload of teachers, and my friends were going to all the teachers I know, telling them what happened, so they would come back me. Then the what's his name? The counselor, whatever
Yeah.
his, I don't know him.
Yeah, it's a
He came
counselor,
into
yeah.
he came into the vice principal's office and he was like, Faris, what's wrong? I told him the story, and then I was really close with him too. Kind of sounds like I used to be a teacher's pet. I'm him.
You are.
So I am,
Obviously.
as long as it gets me grades.
Yeah.
So
an A is an A, am I right?
the counselor comes in, he sits with me, and then he sat with me through the rest of the story. Okay. And
Yeah.
so while he was sitting with me, the teacher comes back, the guy I had a fight with. And he kind of steps in the room, vice principal's there, counselor's there, and me. And he goes, I swear to God, if this kid, I'll never forget this. He says, if this kid isn't expelled from the school today, I'm going to go fight him when school is over.
What the
I'm going to
fuck?
say it in his exact words. لو ما انفصل هروح له في الصرفة وحجلده. That's literally what he said. I
Bring it
looked at
on,
him
bitch.
وقلت له
What the fuck, pussy boy?
أتحدى أمك.
In front of them.
And that was kind of just like the the audacity that I'm in a shitload of trouble and I have the audacity to say that shit. That I remember that's the
I
only
love
thing.
it.
Like even the vice principal and the counselor, they both kind of looked at me and they started fucking laughing and they're like, "What the fuck is going on?" And so after that, he saw them laughing and he lost shit again and he left. I don't know where the fuck he went. And then I got the vice principal and counselor both screaming at me, telling me
Yeah.
how I shouldn't be saying shit like that in this situation or any situation.
Pretty much.
And so, pretty much, a while later, he comes back, the teacher, and he's like, Khalas, you can let him go. It's because one of the teachers I had talked to was his really close friend, and pretty much he did that Badawi shit, Badudu, اللي امسح وجهي يا ابو عبد الله. You know that shit? And then he like threw agal or some shit. I don't know. Gave him like a lamb and two camels. I don't know. But pretty much,
Okay.
long story short, I
Yeah.
got a 95, the highest grade in my entire class.
I gotta make him pass, or he's gonna fucking beat me at my own house.
Moral
Oh,
of the story is beat up your teacher and get good grades.
exactly.
Yeah. Fuck
Show
studying.
show them their place. Show your parents their place too. Your parents annoying you, take away their phone. That's
Wear
how
your
shit
penis.
works here.
wear your penis on your shoulder with pride. Then what do you have to tell
Exactly.
us?
I mean, I don't have weird stories or even fights. I was like the peaceful kid, but I have petty
Fucking nerd.
fights. I wasn't
No, I mean
even a
like
nerd.
a
I got
weird
bad grades.
story.
No weird stories. Sadly, I don't
Bro, that's
remember any at that.
literally the worst thing that you could do. Is like you don't get good grades, but you don't do any bad shit either.
No,
Like
I used to get in trouble. I was the clown.
So what did you do? Like, what's the worst thing you've done in school?
No, just like make people laugh, make noises and that shit. But like,
So you've never like broken a lock for like a door at school, and then
no. I've never done that.
70% of the students got
No,
out.
I've never done that. I'm like, I at like fifth or sixth grade, I got like when you're like normal height, then you fucking get tall suddenly.
A growth sprout. Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me. I was taller than everyone. They like at fifth grade, the teacher always let me like sit in the back because I was like blocking the view of everyone that's sitting behind me. So like I
What
was
school
always
did you go
sitting.
to?
حكومية. It's a public. Yeah, it's a public school. I never
In
got
Jeddah, right?
into. Yeah, I never got into much
Yeah.
trouble, but like I was bullied a lot because of my accent because I speak Najdi, not Hijazi. So a lot of words I don't understand. I don't know how to retaliate. Even if I did, they wouldn't understand me. So like, what's the point? So I'm quiet unless it's like it's time to raise havoc in the class. But like, I only got into petty fights. Like ever since I got really tall and everyone's like normal height, it like drew a target on my back for bullying. Like in class, they made fun of me. But
For being tall?
for some reason that's something to make fun of. Like every time they were like طويل هبيل that's good sort of shit,
That's some stupid shit, bro. I'm white as fuck, and I used to speak fluent English. Like this, exactly what I'm saying with you, and no one said shit to me.
No, they were
Maybe it was
my
because I
friends
used
when
to
it
bully
came to
people.
English. They were my
Oh.
friends when it came I helped everyone cheat when it came to English. But like and I only got into petty fights, like people shorter than me picking a fight. Like one time in class, there was this guy named Suud, and I don't know what he was doing. He was like bending on a table, right? He was doing something, and his back was
Bending
like,
on a table,
yeah, he was talking to his friend or something, and
and
like
his
grabbing
back
something.
was broken, just like a glow
Jeez.
stick, daddy. Wink, wink.
All right.
Sure,
Anyway,
no
so
homo,
like
though. Yeah.
there was
Giving
some
some dude
dirt.
that nice
There was some dirt
3000
like on
super
his lower
soaker
back.
sloppy toppy.
Can you
Yes,
stop?
I'm sorry.
What are you saying?
He's going for a long joke. Anyway.
Anyway, so like he had some dirt on his lower back, right? And I don't know
And I
what.
cleaned it up for him.
Yeah, I like patted his lower
Bro,
back,
that's a
right?
fucking porn scene.
Yeah, I was dumb as fuck. Shut up. Anyway, I thought that was being helpful, right?
Yeah.
Fuck you, water boy. Anyway,
Oh.
Okay, why do you have to go there, Fire Girl? Get it? Because of that old Flash game?
no.
Okay, keep going.
Okay.
Anyway,
You did.
so I patted his back and I kept on with my life, right?
Yeah.
And like I was sitting on my table and some other kid comes to me and so like at that point I have not yet grasped the Hijazi accent, so like I don't know the terms
Sorry,
or
what did he say?
words. I had not grasped the Hijazi accent yet.
Okay.
So like words from the Hijazi origin did not make sense to me.
Okay.
So the guy came and he was like, hey, انت بقى سعود?
انت ايه?
Bast Saud.
Hafla. Okay.
And I didn't know what that meant.
And you said,
And
yeah, I did.
I was like, yeah, just now.
Yeah, bro.
Len,
Stuck my
Len,
finger
Len,
all up in
in
his
my
ass.
accent, Ba'sa is Nagba,
What's
right?
Nigba?
Nagba, Tingum, Nagba.
Like
That's how we
like
say
a
it.
like
Like,
a pat, like
no,
a
no,
pat on someone.
no.
Oh,
Nagba
you
is like,
mean it's like the same thing? Adam,
it's
do
the
you know
same
what
thing,
Basa
but it's
means?
Ba'sa is grabbing someone's ass, like
Yeah, pretty
putting
much.
your finger
Okay,
up his
okay.
ass.
Yeah, okay.
That's what it is.
Yeah, so like we say it Nagba,
This was in 6th grade?
fifth or sixth. No, it's fifth, I think.
Okay.
Anyway, so like he said that, I was like, yeah, just
Yeah,
now.
bro.
Yeah, I was confused if he come at that time, if he said anything in a word that I didn't.
He would have said yeah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, yes. I would get like anxiety, sudden anxiety. Yeah, yes.
Like me in front of a cashier. Yeah.
So like, that was like the moment of like, oh, the whole castle was like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And Saud came up to me and he was like, Gadda. I was like, get ish. What happened? And I had no like violence. I'm not a violent kid. I always got bullied and took it. Like I don't want trouble. My dad would beat the shit out of me. I don't need trouble in my life. Anyway, so like Saud said قدها وقلت قد ايش بالضبط. بعدين قال لي كس امك. And that
Yeah.
clicked with me. Like I know what كس امك means.
I know
And
that one.
I don't take shit about my mom, right? You don't talk shit about my mom, I will kill you. So it's like, Kosomak. And like I got like blind with rage, and I immediately like he's shorter than me, right? Like I looked down at him, and I just dead ass headbutted that fucker. Like not even a second thought. He just said Kosomak. Once he reached the calf, I was like, boom, in the head. And that like got us to the vice principal, and all that shit happened. And like I was like, I don't know what happened. I just patted his lower back. He had dirt on him. He got mad for it.
Yeah.
And but then he said, يعني انت ما بعثته. I was like, what does that mean? بعدين قال لي يعني انك لمسته زي كذا. قلت no. And
Yeah.
that day I knew what Basa meant. That was one of the petty fights. The others were like some kid like was throwing shade at me. I talked back at him, and he came to fight me. Again, he was shorter than me, and I just like pushed him like halfway through the class. And some other kid who was also shorter than me tried to pick a fight with me. I almost kicked his ass. I don't know what happened with him. I just threw him on the ground and left. And that's what the dumb shit that happens to me. But like other than that, I was the class clown. I was known as the dumbass in school. Other than that, nothing weird happened.
For me, it's actually I rarely got caught, but I think if I'm not sure, but I think I let to because I came back here in middle to high school, and I think my school and in technicality, I am the reason that phones are banned from schools because it happened because something our school did. Yeah, but I never got caught.
The legend
So
continues.
what happened was I'm not hyping myself. This is legit. My father, he never puts the phone on his ears. He uses the speaker, and sometimes the speaker isn't clear. So back in the day, there was this before the Bluetooth thing was a big deal. Faris, you weren't born yet.
The fuck you mean, bro? Okay,
Anyway,
hold up.
They
How
had
old are
this
you guys?
Bluetooth. Well, I am 21. Dan is 22.
And I'm 20. The fuck?
You're
old
7.
do you think I am? I'm 20. What the fuck?
16 at best. 18 if
Okay,
I have a
look,
crush on you. Yeah, but no. let me keep going. So So he bought this Motorola speaker to have like a louder voice, so he didn't have to hold his phone or something like that. But it didn't give him the clarity he expected, so he kind of put it on the side. One day, I wandered into his office and fucking took it.
Stole that
And
motherfucker.
well, yeah, kind of. And I had this brilliant idea to play classic music in school because back then there was back in the day. I don't remember which year it was, but not every kid had a phone, and the only reason I brought a phone with me in school is to watch porn with the boys. We used to sit at the back of the
Same,
school
bro.
together.
Yes.
So that was so that
Yes.
got really really boring.
I
My
watched
man.
porn in the resource room with the guys. They had a computer that was open
Oh my god,
for
that just
anything.
reminds me of a really good story.
They don't have like the I think it's called a proxy server. Is it? Am I right?
Yeah. It is.
Yeah, they didn't like if you Googled something, it would block you immediately. They didn't have that shit. Like it was like
Yeah.
free reign. You can Google anything you want. And I knew
Yeah.
English, so that was a bitch.
Oh my god, remind me to tell you a story after you're done, Adam.
But-
Jeez.
We're gonna have to wrap up. Sadly, remind us to put it in the podcast chat, and we'll talk about it next one in the next episode.
Just write
Um,
porn.
Yeah, just write Ferris porn, high school, underage, lolly. So
Masturbation.
so
Group masturbation.
I used to download the porn at home and then come to the class and we'd watch it, like,
Nice.
specifically the Islamic session because it was really boring. We didn't care.
Bro, the fuck?
What?
Just hold on a second. So
Bro,
it,
Just
it
a
got,
tawheed,
it got-
حان وقت
fucking-
السكس.
it got
Fucking
really
jihad
boring.
and shit, and you're busting a nut? What the fuck?
Such a
So-
blessed nut.
Amen to
Amen,
that.
brother.
So I had this idea, as I said, to play classical music. At the time, the Voice and the Arab Idol, they had their first seasons as well, so it was really popular. So I used to put it in my desk and we play songs, and it was very funny. I remember it the first time the teacher heard it. I think it was like a classical Lebanese, and it was like and then I paused it. And we all laughed, and the teacher had this shock on his face, like, which one of you is a fucking opera master? What the fuck just happened? And then I kept going and for longer portions, and he got really pissed. He had us all stand up and search all our desks and whatever. I quickly hid it inside my pockets and whatever. And if he'd come to you and was like, do you have a phone? You could totally say no, because phones weren't that popular with students back then. And so they started like searching us and whatever, and we started making it in more sessions. So we stopped putting it in desks and putting it in bags, and then we got smarter little by little. So we'd fucking blast the volume on full and put it in the bag in the middle of the class, and then the sound is just spread everywhere. They can't really find it.
What are you, some
the
fucking
teacher-
strategic motherfucker?
And honestly, it was so much fun, and the teacher was just going fucking crazy. It was the Arabic Islamic teacher and the English sessions mostly we did. We didn't do anything in the sciences because then we'd fail. They had too much power. So the fucking sessions that we ridicule, social as well, social studies. So any session that we ridiculed,
worst
computer
grade
session,
of all
all of that, we just we didn't care. So it just started manifesting in bigger and worse ways, and rap and whatever. And so the next year, no, not yet. The next year, someone just spoke a little too loud, and the other class knew about it. And the other class was like the bad boys, and everything they did wrong, they boasted about, and the teachers knew. So they started taking phones if any voice came out. So I had a friend come up with an extra phone with him. And so when he'd give up his iPhone, and mind you, this was a time when like iPhone 4 was the technology peak.
Shit.
Yeah, it was the shit.
So around 7th grade, I'm thinking you were 7th or 6th grade.
No. I was in middle to high. I believe I was in 10th grade or something like that when I devised this, or 9th grade. I came back here 9th grade. So
Yeah.
I think that's when I devised this amazing plan. Bless you. So
Jesus Christ.
the other class knew about it, but lucky enough, one of them was my Khalifa in the genius. So he
Your what?
devised this.
Khalifa.
Never mind.
The
So-
fuck? The fuck?
So- Thank you. So this motherfucker, he out geniused me, man. He had this idea to stop putting it in bags because they started searching bags because someone ran their mouth too loud, and he started putting it in the ACs, and they would never find it. They would never, and that's when we grew the fucking balls, the fucking volcanic testosterone testicles to fucking play porn in the class.
Okay, I'm
And
gonna break.
that was
Am I allowed to do that? Too late.
yeah, it's fine. No, it's fine. Um, and yeah, we started doing porn, hardcore, whatever you want, and it was fire. Anyway, so this evolved into bullying the teacher by recording voice notes with like very high pitched voice and playing them, but no one is speaking. So it's someone's voice, but no one is speaking, and they go mad shit. And like we like all talk about sucking each other's dicks and how much we want to fuck each other and what have you and shit like that. And it was brutal.
That's such dumb shit going on.
So and then we started filming it too, and that's when the ministry was like, nope, no phones ever again. That was by the senior year. Also, we had a lot of salty kids in my school, so they if the teacher would fuck with them, they'd fucking ruin his car. Or some dudes came at night and they sabotaged the two senior classes by spray paint and non-removable markers. I don't know what they're called, and they cut the cables of the ACs and shit like that. And we had a vacation of we had a holiday of 2 weeks because these two. We don't know who did it, but
That's
thank you.
brutal.
It was for free. So we had also a lot of people filmed it, and that was the breaking point. Like a week later, the ministry was like, you know what? No more phones in schools because of that. So it's just I kind of pushed the school in that position or in that direction, the students specifically, up to fucking ruining shit and filming it and putting it on the internet. So yeah, I fucked my school up. I like to think that it would have happened. I like to happen. I like to think it would have happened either way, but maybe I was a catalyst and I was actually it reached the point where I was so brave. I'm gonna end up on that note. And do you know that if you threw a block of sodium in water, it would explode?
A what?
What? A what? A what?
You need to get a block of sodium.
Where do you get a
piece
block of sodium?
In a science
Your
lab.
local drugstore. Duh.
No, you don't. You can't.
No, our science classes were like poor, so we just imagined science.
There was a science lab and they wouldn't let me do my science experiment. So I went upstairs and I filled a big jug of water. It's really big. You could wash clothes in it. I filled it to the brim and I put it. And just as I totally forgot that the science lab had smoke detectors. By the way, when you put sodium in water, it really explodes. It makes a lot of heat. It's very exothermic. So I was literally about to throw it, and the chemistry teacher walks in, and we were all right up. And thank God I didn't do it. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm putting this back inside the drawer." And he's like, "Good." So I spilled the water, and we all went out. And he was like, "It's good that you didn't do that because it had smoke detectors. It's not like it's good you didn't do that because you would have burned the whole fucking lab. No, that's okay. Also, the jug was plastic, so it would have probably burned and killed us." But yeah, could have killed 5 students that day, including myself.
Nice. That's a cool
Right.
story.
Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna wrap this one here.
Wait. I have a
What?
story. I have a
Oh, you have
story.
another one?
No,
But we
it's
need
a
to
quick
wrap this
one.
one. Already
It's
1
a
hour
quick
and a half.
Oh,
It's a
Okay,
quick
okay.
one.
okay.
Anyway, I was in a mosque, right? I was praying like the good kid
Allahu
I am.
Akbar.
Allahu Akbar. And at the time, I had a BlackBerry, and you know,
Man.
yeah, I know, right? The Blackberries had the play buttons on the top of the phone because it was cool.
Mhm,
If you want to play a song or skip it, you had 2 buttons on the top of the phone.
mhm.
And I was wearing jeans at the time, and I was praying, and خلاص التشهد الأخير.
Mhm.
And as I moved my leg, it I don't know how, but it like pushed the BlackBerry. And at the time, I was like Me and my friends were like listening to Clash and having a fun time, like laughing at the
Clash.
Clash. ايوه
كلاش على المايك ايه كدش
Clash.
كدش
like
كدش
غامض القلب جامد 07. Anyway, so
I
like
have no idea what that is, but okay.
I'll educate you about Clash. Anyway,
Okay, cool.
so like where the song stopped was like the worst thing ever, because everyone was done. I was like late by 1 black hour or something, and everyone is done by then. And everyone was leaving, and deadass, I was like in front of the imam by like 5 rows, right? So like perfect eye contact. And as I moved my leg and it played, the part that played went like this. أنا أتفل عليك وعلى كل معجبينك. My heart sank.
Oh god.
And I immediately clicked my phone in my
God.
pocket, and I continued like not. Swear to
That
God,
didn't
the
happen.
look that came to me from the imam.
Oh.
I never went back to that mosque.
I
never went back.
فو عليك انتم كل معجبينه.
Yeah, like
You sound like shit, bro.
yeah, like
Oh, that's
Your
funny.
tajweed isn't on point.
ترتيلك
Oh
زي
my God.
الزفت.
Oh god.
This podcast.
And that's one of my dumb encounters in life.
All right, we have to wrap. Thank you guys for listening. Again, we're on YouTube, SoundCloud. Links, you'll find them in the SoundCloud and in
We're on
the
YouTube, SoundCloud.
YouTube
Yes,
and
it's-
SoundCloud.
It's
I'm
one
just,
website.
I'm just,
Okay,
I'm
so-
just like
shut up,
learning this
shut
now.
Shut up. So, yeah, we'll see you in the next one, guys. You want to say anything?
Adam sucks cock for dinner.
Close. All right, say bye, guys.
Bye bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you, Craig.